Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so excited that you're here. I have been waiting to talk to you for a couple of weeks, and we were able to get our schedules to align, and here we are.
Yes, it's been a busy few weeks, Chris.
Yes, that's true. That's true. In fact, you know what? You and I were in a meeting the other day, just like a casual social meeting, and someone came in that hadn't been there for a couple of weeks, and they said, "What have I missed?" And it was like laughable with how much has happened in just the past couple of weeks, just
Yes.
because so much has happened. Okay, I got ahead of myself there. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being part of this interview. I want to just take a moment and give you the mic so that you can introduce yourself and talk about what it is that you do, because
Okay.
it's so inspiring to me. And I remember the first time I heard your story, and I was just like, "This is incredible." So take over for a little while. Tell me
Okay.
about what you do.
Okay. Well, my husband and I, we own 40 Day Publishing. And what we do is we help entrepreneurs, authors of really pretty much across the board, publish their books in 40 days or less. Now, that is after it's edited, and if it's a children's book, illustrations are done. No way we can get the editing and illustrations done and publish in 40 days. But
Yeah.
once that's done, we do that. And we actually help authors set up their own small publishing companies. So when we're done, the online venues, wherever it is they sell their books, they pay them directly. We
Okay.
are not a middleman. We are a publishing company that is actually a consulting company, more so. And we just get the work done, cover, interior, all of those types of things. And then we help our authors. We have a private community for authors where we do trainings and all sides of things like that, that we're there to serve. That's really what we're to do. And our authors come to us again and again and again. We've done 15 books for one of our authors.
Wow.
Mhm.
It's amazing to me, and you've explained that so succinctly. So, and to make sure that no one misses this point, it's when they're ready to go, it's 40 days and they have a book that's published.
Right. It's 8 weeks.
Mhm.
8 weeks, and the order, we have the proof ordered and it's in their hands. And from there, they tell us any little tweaks they want made, and we hit publish once the tweaks are made, and the book is published and it's available. Yeah.
May I ask you some additional questions about what you
Sure.
do?
Of course.
What's the biggest challenge that people face when they come to you? So people come to you, they're facing a problem or a challenge. What is the biggest challenge that these entrepreneurs or these coaches or these consultants or these authors face when they come to you?
Well, it's I would say that the biggest one is a lot of times authors have this preconceived notion that they have to be traditionally published to be an author.
Okay.
And in my opinion, and mind you, this is my opinion, that the traditional publishing model is an antiquated system, and it's quickly losing face with authors. I have many friends who are best-selling authors, New York Times best-selling authors, and they will never again traditionally publish their books. So,
And
yeah.
if these people don't overcome that way of thinking, if they don't,
Mhm.
if they don't get around this, and then they don't work with you, like what ends up happening to them?
It can take years for them to actually get their book published, because they have to go through these emotions of going to writers conferences. And mind you, there's nothing wrong with a writers conference if you're going there to learn. There's nothing wrong with it. But a lot of people go to these writers conferences simply to build relationships year after year after year after year with an agent. And after they've gone to 5 or 10 of them and spent thousands upon thousands of dollars, then the agent says, okay, I'll take a look at your manuscript. And so it can take, it's not just the publishing process with a traditional publisher that takes 1 to 2 years, but it can take multiple years to even get noticed by a publisher or an agent.
And
So,
that's what your driving force. That's why you created 40 Day Publishing.
well, yes, and we experienced it. So when I wrote my first book, we didn't know what to do with it. We had no clue. And and so we went with a publisher, and my book sat on a shelf,
Wow.
my highest quarterly royalty check was $25.
Wow.
And I said, you know what? I'd rather give this away
Yeah.
than have it sit there doing nothing. And so we took the rights back. We published it, 30,000 downloads in 3 days. My book shot up in sales when that was over, and it hit #1 on Amazon in a different couple categories.
Wow.
And authors came out of the woodwork asking us to help them. And so it was one of those where you see a need, you just start filling it. And that's how this company was born.
And so the authors that work with you, the people that have written these books that work with you, what's the transformation that they get? Like they, after they work with you, the 40 days go by, or however long it takes. What is life like for them after they work with you?
Well, every single one of, and this may change, okay? This is probably going to change as we grow, but every single one of them have my cell. They can call me if they have an issue, if they need help, if they need ideas for marketing, or they need a tweak in their book or anything. We're there. We're there for them. And this online community that we've created, we're doing teachings on how to get reviews and how to do a release party, and all of these things that an author just needs support in, because we don't want our authors to feel like they're alone once they get the book out, because they're not. They're not alone. And they still have us.
And unlike going at it alone and guessing, they have someone that's been through the process, that's done it for so many others, and that knows the step-by-step and gets it done in 8 weeks.
Correct. And the other thing is we believe that our authors know their work better than we do. No one knows their book like they do. Yeah. And so we listen to them. And if an author comes to us with, say, a cover idea that they want to go with, and if I look at it and I say, hey, if we do this, which we definitely can, if we do this, it's going to date your book immediately. Is that what you want? Oh, Darlene, I didn't even think of that. What else can we do? So we give them ideas, but we don't force our opinions upon them. Mm-hmm. So if he had said, no, I want that on my cover, we would do it. So,
and just 2 more questions, if I may.
Yes.
As you think about all of your time in doing 40-day publishing with you and your husband, Dan, if you think about your entire time doing it, what's been the biggest challenge? And then at the opposite pole, what's been the biggest success in your mind? So 2 questions there. Biggest challenge you faced, biggest success you've had.
I think the biggest challenge is pretty much what any entrepreneur might face, and that is the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur. It's feast one month and you're planning a trip, and the next month you're wondering, how in the world do I pay my light bill? And so we have been on this journey for 9 years. We have wanted to give up. There's times my husband had to go pick up little jobs to get us through humps, and that's okay if you just don't give up. And I am floored when people say to me, I love success stories like yours. And I'm like, I don't consider it a success story quite yet, And but you know what? We are. We've been doing this for 9 years, and we are a success story. And so that has been the biggest challenge. It's just finding the gumption to keep going no matter what. And then the biggest reward, every single author. And I'm looking, this past weekend, we took our authors' books to an event, and we were talking about their books to potential readers. And I'm picking up and I'm like, wow, I forgot we did this one. Wow, I forgot we helped her with this one. And hearing their stories of how those books have touched lives, that's the best reward there is.
Wow. Great answers to both of those. So, in speaking of success, the reason that we're talking today is you've jumped deep into the pool with my programs.
Yes, we have.
How long you've been in the program for? About 3 weeks, maybe a little bit more?
I think it's about 4, almost 4.
4 weeks. Time went by pretty quickly. Yeah, it probably has been about 4 weeks. You did something rather unique in that you came into the Organic Client Attraction Program, which is where most people come in and most people are, and then made the decision to do that and the advanced program, Growth Galvanized, at the same time.
Yes.
No easy feat, I would imagine.
No, not an easy feat. But would you like to know why we did that?
I do. I actually do want to know why.
Okay. All right. I happened upon, and I say happened upon because I've been saying accidentally, but it's really not an accident. I attended this networking event about 5, 6 weeks ago, and there was this guy on there, and immediately, like, and I'm going to say something funny. I don't mean it in a bad way, but I was immediately attracted to him,
Oh,
and not in a physical way. I don't mean that, but I mean his energy.
he sounds
His
very nice.
his yes, he was very nice,
Nice.
and I still remember what he said. And he simply gave this bit of information about LinkedIn. And he said, hey, you do not need more than 3 hashtags on LinkedIn. Don't use more than 3. And I thought to myself, wow, that's just a great piece of information that I can take and use. And so the next week I came in, that guy was there again. And this time he told someone that they didn't have to buy the premium LinkedIn. I don't even know what it's called. I'm not on LinkedIn that much. So I was like, okay, wow, he's given valuable content again. He's helping people. And I didn't hear a single pitch from him. And I was like, and after that hour was done, I'm like, I got to go find out who this is. Yeah. And so I went to your website. I clicked on, I set an appointment. I told my husband, now mind you, I'm a little bossy. And so I told my husband, I said, honey, we have an appointment with this guy, Chris Prouty. I want you in on it. And we both went to met with you, and we both knew it was instantly that this is what we want to do. And we just jumped in. We jumped in, Chris. And the reason we jumped in is because you have something we need. We have a great model. We have a good business model. We provide excellent service, excellent quality, but we didn't have a regular lead client attraction. We were still doing some of these. We've had a great year, but we've still had some of those times when we're up and down, and we want consistent leads. We want clients, regular clients, new clients coming in, and we didn't have that. And we finally saw something, because we've done it all. We have a membership to ClickFunnels. We have a membership. I mean, we have memberships all over the place, but we saw something that we knew worked. And
it's so inspiring. And I remember our first meeting, and you asked me about Growth Galvanized, the advanced program. In the first meeting, I said, don't even think about that right now. Just come into the entry level program. And about a week went by, and you were on a call, and you said, can we talk about this now? And I was just like, come on in. And it has been, for me, it has been amazing to see your growth in such a short amount of time. Talk to me about some of the things that have happened since starting the program. And I'm going to ask that 2 different ways. The first one I'm going to ask is just the tangible, I learned this and it allowed me to do this. That's the first way. And then the second way, which is harder to describe, I committed to investing in myself and others have invested in me. So can you give examples of each of those?
I can. So the first one was when we came into the program, we immediately got involved in Module 1, and I really set about emulating your profiles and just optimizing my profiles on both Facebook and LinkedIn. And immediately I saw more results. I saw people contacting me and saying, hey, what is it that you do? I need to talk to you. Great. So that was immediate. I have had appointments set from the optimization. So then, and the other thing, I want to give you 2, because the second one I think is even more important, if I may. And that is the energy that you and everyone else in Client Attraction and Growth Galvanized has is contagious. And having that attraction, it works in networking events that I'm going to in person. Just went to a lady's house, found out today, not only do we have a 5-figure contract being signed on Sunday with a check, but also she's writing a whole curriculum for a huge 6-figure grant. And if that happens, which it's highly likely it will, then we're publishing the entire curriculum. And this is going to be in districts in California. And so it is, and that is just by changing that energy that what I have got from the group. And that's without even implementing. We've been through one. I've been through one module 3 times. I haven't even been in 2 yet. I barely started it. And so just that alone has made a tremendous difference in our business.
Wow.
Now, you're going to have to remind me of the second question, because
Well, the second question was,
what was the second?
And the second question, I think, more is towards the Growth Galvanized program, is once you decided that you were committing to it,
yes.
did you find that there was just a change? And it sounds like you've already kind of talked about that, the energetic change, but maybe just talk about that just a little bit more. Once you decided to commit to yourself, what happened?
All right, we've already been, and this is venturing out of, just our business a little bit, but you know what? Our health and everything else affects our business. And so I have never got up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I own my own business, right? I can work when I want. Yeah. And so I'm like, you know what, Dan, in order for me to get this stuff done, I need to get up early. I've been getting up at 6 in the morning. I get up, instead of lingering over coffee for 2 hours, mind you, I sit down at my computer and I get to work. So when we've been seeing a trainer since last fall, so we're making those positive health, but we're even more committed all around in every area of our lives. We're all in. We're all in. And our business is, I can't even, the knowing that this is going to skyrocket. It's like the ball. It's sitting at the tipping point and it's wobbling on top of the mountain, and it's about to just snowball down the other side. Yeah. And that's what Dan and I both feel inside here. I mean, it's just, so we're all in.
You just know, Darlene, listen, it really helps these things if you cry just a little bit. So I'm just kidding.
It's really hard.
I'm just kidding. Okay,
let's talk about something happened to my grandchild and I can find those tears. Otherwise, I don't. No.
Okay. But so here we are. You're 4 weeks in. You've only done one module, and you guys in Growth Galvanized, you guys are absolutely crushing it. I see what you're doing, and I see the participation, and it's just so inspiring to me. And then to hear about the opportunities that are now coming your way. That's why we do this. And I say we because we are all in this together. So absolutely amazing. Who should be reaching out to you, Darlene? Who that's watching this? How do they know they should reach out to you?
Who I really feel is the person who would benefit the most from working with us. I mean, we can help anyone. I don't want to disclude anyone, but entrepreneurs who want to get a lead magnet out, who want to get a book available to increase if they're speaking or they're going to share, and have that to add to their revenue, to their dollars coming in for speaking fees and that sort of thing. Using relatable story in our messages to our markets makes a world of difference. And entrepreneurs are afraid to open up about who they are. And many are, and be transparent. And so I love working with entrepreneurs to help them use what they've been through to reach people and show people that they've been there. Yeah. And so I think that that's my favorite group. So, but we've helped with cookbooks and poetry and children's picture books and all sorts of things. But I would say that is our perfect audience.
Is it ever too early to reach out to you?
No. Absolutely not. With this gal that I was talking with today, she's writing a book, and I told her, start telling people now. Start telling people now that you are putting out a book. Start raising awareness and build excitement, and so I can coach people along the process to help them have a better experience when their book does come out. So
incredible. I told you that we were going to do this for 10 minutes, and we've already gone 20. You are amazing to me, and I'm so grateful for you and to have you in the program, and to see your success, you and Dan, and to see everything just completely open up for you. You're amazing.
Chris,
go ahead.
We are so thankful to you. We are so thankful that you unselfishly gave of who you are and your knowledge and your willingness to share in a group. And I can't tell you, anyone else of that 50 some people in that group. I don't remember who was there. I have no idea, but I remembered you because of your willingness to give of yourself and your knowledge. So thank you.
You honor me with your words, and I'm very grateful for that. Well, I'll see you inside the program, and anybody that wants to get a hold of you, I'm going to tag you in this video wherever it is, so they'll know how to get a hold of you. I'll probably put your information right about right there. I'll put it up there.
Sounds good.
People can get a hold of you as well, and I'll keep seeing you in the trainings. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.